I consider this video the most personal and important video I've ever made yet. I am asking you to take a chance. Do you have the guts? Do you have the courage to take a chance and join us in the United States of America? The first Pettipas, Claude Pettipas Sr., come over as a crew member with Samuel de Champlain from Brittany, the part of France faces the English Channel, in 1604. The first Pettipas came to North America 16 years before the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts. And I've been at Plymouth Rock, and I'm half American, and very, very proud of it. Owning better than half American is all American. Now, that guy, Claude Pettipas Sr., was very unusual, came over with his wife and his family. And his oldest son was Claude Pettipas Sr., Claude Pettipas Jr., so you could have played the game, the whole family could play incest, and didn't do that. He married a full-blooded native by the name of Mary Teresa. Apparently she was a lovely lady, and that's where you get the Métis streak, okay? The Métis streak. And anyhow, what happens is, this is, kitty cat's going to come in office, goes out in that hallway where it's cold, and once it's cold aside, it's going to come back in. They take in the... I ask you to take a chance. Take a chance. Join us in the United States of America. Francois Michelin. He took a chance. Edward Michelin's son, Francois, when he built the first facility, manufacturing facility Michelin ever had outside of France in Grant and Pictou County. The first Michelin tire facility outside the nation of France was built in Granton, Pictou County, Nova Scotia. We think of our blessed, beloved Stora Kopparberg. They took a chance in the early 60s, like the ABBA song, "Take a Chance on Me, Take a Chance." Well, they literally, with their shareholders and the Wallenberg family money, took a chance in building a facility known as Nova Scotia Pulp. And this is, now, all these industries, yes, they're trotting by. I meant specifically paper, beautiful, wonderful Ron Stern and Mr. Ron Stern Esquire and Wayne Nystrom and their business partners in the firm. Yes, right now they're facing a challenge if the tariff was to be put on in early March, as Michelin Tire, as do your lobsters. But I can tell you, Cape Bretoners are ballsy, wonderful people. I'm very confident that Cape Bretoners and rural Nova Scotians and small-town Nova Scotians and Acadians and our beloved Newfoundlanders, when the first English come over back in 1497 to Bonavista on the Matthew from England, they didn't know where the fuck they were going to land. It was just a few years before that when Christopher Columbus come over in 1492. They said he was going to fall off the world because the world was flat. Okay, he thought he was going to India and he landed in some island in the Caribbean. Okay, he was looking for spices and gold, and I think it was spices. Maybe gold and silver later was the Spanish conquistadors and so on, the Portuguese and what have you. But anyway, I'm asking you to take a chance. Life is all about taking a chance. What do you have to lose? You'll have unfettered access to the U.S. market. No more tariffs. A $20 bill, Canadian, will give you get $27, $28 exchange rate. You'll be gaining $7 to $8 in every $20 bill. You multiply it if it's $100, $1,000, $50,000, $100,000, $1 million, whatever. Life is all about chances. You take a chance. I'm going to digress here a bit. I remember there was a film done on when the fish plant closed at Isle Madame, Boot Fisheries, Richmond Fisheries at Petit de Gras. And there was a lady stood up, and her name was Edna Frazier, and she could be a bit of a K. Louisiana Fried Chicken. And she said, I told the people, fight. No, shut up, they told her. You get the tags. The tags was a total Atlantic ground fishery, whatever. And she said, no, fight for your plant. And I remember there's a video made, and lent it to me, and I lent it to Bill Gillis, and there was somebody, it was Terrell Tennard, or one of the many lovely fiddlers from Richmond County, played a fiddle tune, and they were showing the lock gate of Richmond Fisheries. There was a padlock, a chain and a padlock on what was then Richmond Fisheries. And I remember Bill Gillis having looked, I sent it up, and he phoned me up next morning after he viewed it. He got home, and he said to see the lock on the gate. Lock on the gate. And we had China virus here. And the people got the get the serve money. And it made our people lazy. Not all, but many made them lazy. You gotta get off that. You must have the self-sufficiency of the early Acadians, of the people that come across in that boat to Bonavista and Matthew 520-some years ago, of the Cape Bretoners. I was with Ian R. McKeegan, Ian and Shirley in their living room one time. She was making lunch. I was there in business with somebody one day, come in, have lunch with us. And the saintly Ian R. McKeegan from Waikagama, he said, the early Scots come over, he said, the Sky Mountain, the Waikagama Mountain, he pointed out this window off the deck of their house, in Waikagama Bay, in beautiful village of Waikagama in central Inverness County, Cape Breton Island. He said, things must have been awful tough over there for them to come here. They didn't know, they got on those ships, those wooden ships in the late 1700s, early 1800s, and it would be years later before the people knew if they'd made it, if the ship ran into pirates, a storm, capsized, they may be years. It was an act of fate. I'm going to conclude this. I've gone on way longer than I planned to. It's an act of fate. I'm asking you, have faith. For God's sake, look to the future. You will be joining us in by far the most prosperous, reinventive, most wonderful country on the face of God's earth till such times as God Almighty comes himself. We're a Christian, capitalist, conservative country. We are a Christian, capitalist, conservative country. Come join us. New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, Cape Breton, you get statehood, the 54th state in Newfoundland and Labrador Territory, where 2.5 million people, 2.5 million people, merging in with 350 million of the finest people on the face of God's earth. You'll all make great Americans, and your kids and your grandkids and your great-grandkids will thank you for having the guts and vision to take a chance. With that, I got to go. I wish you all the best. God bless. God bless the United States of America. God bless my hero, President Donald John Trump. And God bless anybody with the balls, backbone, or courage to take a chance and look to the future. Thank you very much. Bye for now.